Aliens dump a baby dragon to die until a human cowboy hears a tiny voice call for mama. HFY Hub score 9.4 out of 10. I am sitting at my desk right now, staring at a spreadsheet that hasn't made sense for 3 hours, and I just need to vent about this plot because it is absolutely nuts. The core setup is basically a grumpy space cowboy who literally adopts an abandoned baby alien dragon that the rest of the galaxy treats like a weapon of mass destruction. I was squeezing my desk stress ball so hard during the tribunal scene that it actually popped a seam, and I had to quickly brush little foam beads into my trash can before my boss walked by. It just hooked me completely. The emotional payoff in this is legit incredible, and it honestly reminded me so much of this half-feral calico cat I used to feed in my apartment's parking garage. I spent weeks just sitting frozen on the concrete next to a can of tuna, waiting for her to realize I wasn't going to hurt her. Roy does the exact same thing with Rusty the dragon, and the payoff when she finally trusts him totally wrecked me. I am a massive sucker for the grumpy loner adopts a terrifying monster trope, especially when the monster turns out to be a giant scaly puppy who just wants to herd space cows. I ended up knocking my cold coffee over onto my mousepad when the giant alien dragon fleet showed up at the end because I flinched so hard. If you're stuck in a boring daily routine like I am and just need a plot that proves compassion is actually a superpower, I cannot recommend this enough. It takes the whole Space Orcs idea and flips it, making humans the galaxy's best foster parents instead. I don't know, at the end of the day, it's just a perfectly cozy, action-packed escape that made my mind-numbing shift totally bearable. Number 1, Accessibility Barrier, 9 out of 10. I had zero trouble getting into this universe, which is amazing because I hate reading massive info dumps when my brain is already fried from staring at office emails all day. Number 2, Character Cred, 10 out of 10. I totally bought Roy's struggle as a grieving cowboy just trying to hide from the world. I thought his transition into a protective dad for a giant space dragon was completely believable and awesome. Number 3, Closure Status, 10 out of 10. I left this feeling so incredibly satisfied. I love that I got to see Roy essentially open up a whole boarding school for misfit baby dragons by the end. Number 4, Dialogue Drip, 8 out of 10. I thought the conversations were super punchy, especially the telepathic emotions Rusty projects. I loved feeling the raw emotion instead of just reading boring dialogue. Number 5, Endgame Payoff, 10 out of 10. I was so hyped when the massive Drayavian commander actually admitted he was wrong. I legitimately did a little fist pump at my desk. Number 6, Found Family Factor, 10 out of 10. I am an absolute sucker for two broken people, or in this case, a broken cowboy and a broken dragon finding each other. I loved every second of their bond. Number 7, HFY Video Length, 1530 min. I listened to this while doing my afternoon data entry block, and I felt it was the perfect length to keep me fully entertained without getting distracted by my phone. Number 8, Logic Coagulation, 9 out of 10. I felt like the alien culture made total sense. I totally understood why a hyperviolent warrior race would reject a baby with a broken wing, even if it made me super mad. Number 9, Narrative Gut Punch, 9 out of 10. I genuinely gasped when the canyon caught on fire and Roy ran into the flames to save Rusty. I was so stressed for them. Number 10, Packing Pulse, 9 out of 10. I thought it started off super cozy with the ranching stuff, but once the colonial marshal showed up, my heart was racing right along with Roy. Number 11, Possible Sequel, yes. I would honestly read 100 more chapters about Roy running a farm full of telepathic alien dragons. I need this to be a whole series. Number 12, POV Perspective, 9 out of 10. I loved following Roy's perspective because I totally relate to just wanting to be left alone, only to have the universe drop a massive responsibility in your lap. Number 13, The Human Edge, 10 out of 10. I think it's brilliant that human empathy is the ultimate weapon here. I love seeing humans win by just being fiercely loving parents instead of shooting lasers. Number 14, The Onion Factor Tearjerker score, 9 out of 10. I definitely had to stare really hard at my spreadsheet and blink away tears when Rusty called him Mama for the first time. I almost lost it at work. Number 15, Thematic Resonance, 10 out of 10. I really connected with the message that being different doesn't mean you're defective. I think it's a super powerful lesson wrapped in an awesome sci-fi shell. Number 16, Trope Remix score 9 out of 10. I see the tough guy trope all the time, but I love how this turned the tough cowboy into a fiercely protective space dad. It felt super fresh to me. Number 17, Visual Bang Per Buck 9 out of 10. I could perfectly picture the rusty red baby dragon tripping over her own feet in the barn. I thought the visual contrast between the dusty ranch and the giant black alien warships was incredible. Number 18, Wholesomeness/Cozy rating 10 out of 10. I honestly felt so warm and fuzzy reading about Rusty learning how to herd space cattle. I really needed this kind of positivity today. Number 19, World Building Vibe Check 9 out of 10. I thought the idea of a frontier planet with strict galactic laws hanging over it felt incredibly real. I want to visit this Dust Bowl colony. Number 20, Xenobiology Integration 9 out of 10. I thought the way Dravian telepathy and rapid growth were handled was super cool. I could totally see how their biology made them such terrifying yet misunderstood creatures. HFY Hub score 9.4 out of 10. Hope see you at the next HFY Hub video review.